It's 5 days.
7 formats.
$358,000.
16 players.
71 teams.
Over 50 hours of live video coverage.
Modern Masters.
Standard.
N14.
Modern.
Hey, it's Worlds Week. Welcome along. Unbelievable 5 days of magic ahead. Rich Hagon, Brian David-Marshall with you here to guide you all through from the news desk. We've got a cast of hundreds and thousands lined up to bring you all the expert news and experience of this incredible 5 days of Magic the Gathering. Thanks for being with us, whatever time zone you're in. BDM, of the whole 5 days, what are you most looking forward to? One thing.
16 players finding out who is the Magic the Gathering World Champion.
Okay, that seems perfectly fair. We will save the 71 teams for Friday and Saturday and Sunday. But our next 2 days are all about the best of the best of the best. Let's get onto the big board and meet them. And BDM, we begin with perhaps one of the most mysterious of our 16, Dmitry Budakov of the Russian Federation.
What really stands out for me here is 0 pro points. He does not play in live Magic. He's a Magic Online player known by his last name, Budakov. He won the Magic Online Championship. You know, a lot of times you talk about someone maybe being at a disadvantage preparing for an event because, you know, they're located out somewhere out in Siberia. He is literally located in Siberia.
Yeah.
And does not have a strong player base to work with, but feels really buoyed for this event by the Magic Online community. Felt a lot of other top Magic Online players have come along to help him prepare for this tournament.
We're going to be here for about half an hour telling you about these at this rate, so I'm going to tell you about STANISLAV CIFKA really quickly. He is, of course, your Pro Tour return to Ravnica champion, and he's been playing with Martin YUUYA, Ben Stark, and the 2 Japanese players in preparation for this event. No eggs available to him in Modern. Let's see what basket he puts his deck in Modern. Who's next?
Of course, last year's Magic Online champion, REID Duke. REID, someone who had a poor performance at last year's Players' Championship, looking to reverse it at this year's World Championship, and by all accounts, everything he's done this year has been building towards this event. It could be his tournament. Okay,
next up from Brazil, we have Willie Adel. Now, Willie is a man who's having a career of 2 halves. He was twice runner-up at a Pro Tour, 2006, 2007, tremendous player, went off the boil, went away from the game, went back to Brazil. Now he's back with a vengeance. Grand Prix Toronto champion last year. Tremendous player. 4 Pro Tour top 8s in the Hall of Fame discussion.
And we're also going to see him in the World Magic Cup as the Brazilian national champion. So this guy's got a lot of magic this weekend.
Okay, next up, over you go.
Eric FROEHLICH, talking about people who've had a great year. 26th, 8th, 10th. That's his 3 Pro Tour finishes leading up to this event. This is actually my pick. I think Eric FROEHLICH, big things. I'm really excited about his tournament.
Yeah, it explains why he was in the top 3 for Player of the Year. So let's move on. And we have next our second player from the Czech Republic. It's Martin YUUYA, one of the great modern kings of the Grand Prix circuit. He's at all of them, North America, Asia, huge friends with Shuhei Nakamura. That's part of the reason they're testing together. And then, of course, multiple Grand Prix wins in Europe, where he hails from. Lists himself always as a tourist, a traveler, as his profession. And it's true. He's wherever magic is.
322 lifetime pro points. That is a lot.
It really is. Who's next?
Brian KIBLER, Pro Tour Hall of Fame, 2-time Pro Tour champion, one of the most, popular figures on the Pro Tour. Very excited to see what he's going to do. 377 lifetime pro points is what gets him into the Hall of Fame.
All right. Well, next up, it's a Pro Tour champion from Gatecrash. It's Mr. Tom Martell. Will it be checkmate for one of the chess-playing Magic players, which we're seeing having a lot of success over recent tournaments? You see him working out his maneuverings in and out of the red zone. Phenomenal constructed player. Will he survive the limited?
3-year median somewhere in the top 16 right now.
Yeah.
Just on a phenomenal run.
So that's 8. 8 more to go. Off you go.
Shuhei Nakamura, another one of our Pro Tour Hall of Fame members, 5 Pro Tour top 8s, travels the world, a former Player of the Year, just one of the greats of the game. I know someone you're expecting big things from this weekend.
He's my pick. So, next up, we go to Channel Fireball to the United States. David Ochoa, the man in the hat, star of Walking the Plains, had his first Pro Tour top 8 in the last 12 months, and that was a big breakthrough for him, BDM.
Yeah, Pro Tour return to Ravnica. We saw him finally get top 8. This is someone who's been around for a long time, has almost 200 lifetime pro points, and who's just playing the best Magic of his career at this point of it.
If you want a super exciting story, how about this next guy? Shahar Shenhar of the Israeli national champion.
I'm just disgusted. I don't even want to talk about him. He's 19 years old.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he's 19 years old.
3 Grand Prix titles already. Just extraordinary.
And very, very close to his first Pro Tour top 8 this year. He just missed. You know, I'm expecting nothing but great things from this guy.
Okay. Now, our next player, if you take 16 of the best players, someone has to be an outsider. Well, maybe it's this man, Li Shichan of Hong Kong. He's 25, the Grand Prix Birmingham champion 5 years ago. Don't tell them what, but you had a chat with him earlier today. There's some stuff going on, isn't there?
He's got some interesting, very, very interesting ideas about what people are playing and what he's going to play in this tournament. And boy, if he's right, it is going to be very exciting.
He could be the metagame caller of the weekend. Let's see. We move on. We have Ben Stark. Now, this is a man who is in the conversation for Hall of Fame, and you and I will be announcing the Hall of Fame ballot for 2013 later this week.
The inductees.
Yeah, that's right. Who's going to be in? So he's obviously your Pro Tour Paris champion, Channel Fireball, one of the great limited players of all time. Brilliant. Next.
There you see the reigning player of the year, Josh Utter-Layton, just someone who puts in, you know, the better half of a day preparing for an event. You know, when you talk to the Channel Fireball guys, he wakes up, he starts play testing, at some point he goes to bed, and he has just played Magic, you know, other than eating all the way through. Just one of the great preparers, one of the great deck builders right now, and, you know, obviously just having great results, player of the year, coming off of a top 8 in Pro Tour Dragon's Maze.
Arguably the favorite. Not ours necessarily, but you can certainly make a case for him. And you can certainly make a case for YUUYA Watanabe. An astonishing resume of Grand Prix titles and top 8s on Pro Tours.
2 player of the years up until 1 round to go in Pro Tour Dragon's Maze was all but locked up to be the player of the year again for a 3rd time in his career. 2 Pro Tour top 8s, 19 Grand Prix top 8s, just an amazing player. And, you know, he's someone that, you know, when we ask people, who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to win? This is a name we hear a lot.
They start with YUUYA and then work out who else might be in the semi-finals. We have one more. Let's see if this man will be in the semi-finals. It is our most recent addition, if you like, to the 16. It's your Pro Tour Dragon's Maze champion, Craig Wescoe. Now, we haven't given away any decks, but I'm just going to do a little bit of ESP here and imagine there might be small creatures. Some of them might involve planes. How do you think I'm doing?
I think that when you say that, Craig Wescoe once made a mistake of not playing White We Need a Pro Tour. It was in Amsterdam.
Oh dear.
And if you think about the decks that did well in that tournament.
Wasn't that a Paul Rietzel 2010?
Kai Moody and Paul Rietzel both made the top 8 with White Weenie at that event. He once vowed never to make that mistake again. Take from that what you will.
Good plan. That is the 16. Over 2 days, 12 rounds. We'll see Modern Masters draft. We'll see Standard, we'll see Modern, we'll see M14 draft. And that's just the warm-up to the Magic World Cup with 71 nations, Friday, Saturday, and the biggest single day of Magic you or I or anyone else has ever seen on Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to see both of those tournaments crown a champion.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
50 hours, $358,000, one place. MagicTheGathering.com. You know what this week's about. We'll see you very, very soon for Worlds Week 2013.